have damn near no words. I don't even know how I'm gonna formulate a review. Holy fucking shit. What did I just watch? What just fucking happened here? Oh my god, the penultimate episode. Sorry if my hair looks like absolute shit. It's been getting pretty frizzy lately. It's been getting kind of long. But man, a lot to fucking dive into here. Holy shit, this 9th episode was insane. Yeah, You Season 5, Episode 9, Jesus TV. What's going on, everybody? Back with another video. In this episode, Joe frames Harrison for murder and is trapped by Kate, leading to suspenseful twists. Kate cleverly outsmarts Joe, setting up a thrilling showdown with unexpected outcomes, and Lois ultimately reveals her true intentions, ending Joe's reign of terror in an exciting finale. We know that Joe's gonna go down in the last episode. Like, it doesn't seem like there's any way he's gonna fucking get out of this, and that's exactly what the role of this episode kind of was, to like let the audience know, hey, you're not getting free, Joe, you're kind of fucked, buddy, because she's gonna end up, you know, selling him out. She agrees to marry him in this episode. She's gonna sell him out at the end of the day. She knows her true intentions. Like, she has to be the hero of the story, all these type of things. From the first episode of this show, fans were curious if serial killer Joe Goldberg would ever get caught. Obviously, like, that's the whole thing we're kind of thinking about. It's the same thing with like Walter White in Breaking Bad. It's the same thing with Dexter Morgan. Like, are these guys ever going to get caught? How will the show end? In the penultimate episode of the final season, more people know about his crimes than ever before, and it seems like it's only a matter of time before he's done for good, which again is what the last episode's kind of setting up as. By this point, most big questions have been answered, including which past characters would appear again, and if Joe would stop killing like he has said he would so many times before. With this one episode, this season offers up a wild and dramatic story about one man's supposed quest to find true love while proving his true evil nature with every move he makes. What's going to happen to Joe? What about his new love interest Bronte, his wife Kate Lockwood, and Kate's sister Maddie Lockwood? A lot gets answered in this episode, and I can't fucking wait to get into it, so let's dive in. It is plot time. This episode is called Trial of Furies, and in this episode, Joe and Lois are together, and Joe feels truly loved, you know, kind of, not really for the first time in his life, because he swore to have experienced true love before, but yeah, there you go. Joe wants them to travel and be free, but first he frames Harrison for Regan's murder by putting her teeth in his bag. That's fucking insane. That might come back to bite Joe. Most definitely did, most definitely will. He then frames Maddie too and has her arrested for conspiracy to commit murder. So it all looks completely fucking cooked for those two. Those two seem to like be out of the storyline for now. You just wait on that. Although Kate hired a hitman to kill Joe, she calls it off because she wants Joe to confess to planting the teeth. While not every fan prediction for this season came true, viewers could tell Joe wasn't done with his killing sprees. He just couldn't get rid of it. I mean, he's too evil of a character. He just has that innateness to kill deep down. After Joe and Lois walk through a park with coffee as if they're a couple in a romantic comedy, Joe learns Kate cleared out his bank account. You know, he's been evicted from his apartment. He's been evicted from Mooney's. He can't get into his bank accounts, anything like that. He's kind of fucked. He's basically broke. He's basically bankrupt up to this point. And that doesn't seem legal, obviously, because they're in a marital agreement, but who knows? It's fucking Kate Lockwood. Now the former CEO of Lockwood Corporation. We'll get into that a little bit later. Kate evicted them from Mooney's, the apartment above it, of course. It's all in the same building, so he no longer has access to that. Kate has tied up other loose ends, including stepping down and making Teddy Lockwood the new CEO. So not only has she might have died this episode, Teddy Lockwood is the new CEO of Lockwood Corporations, and that really makes me want there to be a season 6. Maybe make a spin-off show with Teddy Lockwood. I think that'd be pretty cool, because I feel like we really didn't get that much of his character in the show, and it's awesome to see him actually get the role of CEO. I thought that was sick. Although viewers likely expected Joe to kill Lois, this season, which had an eerie teaser that hinted at the trouble in store for Joe, had some big surprises in store. And again, like I say with all of the episodes so far in the show, I mean, just the twist, all that stuff they've thrown at it, it's fucking madness. It is fucking insane. Joe plots to kill Kate, but she's smarter than him and sends a decoy who looks like her. Joe wakes up in the cage where Kate and Nadia put him. So now he's sitting in the cage. Now they're kind of sitting there grilling him, and that's where a lot of the episode goes down. And there's obviously like a big climax. There's a big thing that changes everything. Again, more on that later. I mean, obviously this is a spoiler review as well. I know I kind of failed to say that at the beginning of the video, but we reveal all of the details in these episodes. So there you go. Kate says if Joe confesses, she'll send him to an island, but if not, she'll kill him. That's kind of the ultimatum she's giving him. This is a significant scene because although she thinks she's more empathetic than Joe, Kate has some of the same instincts as him. You know, she has this kind of like blackmail sort of manipulation kind of technique that Joe has employed with all of his victims in the show so far. It's crazy to see her use it here. As Kate and Lois have a serious chat in the apartment, that. That was a really cool confrontation. They finally meet each other, with Lois refusing to believe Joe is really evil. Nadia tells Joe he ruined all her dreams, including becoming a published author. She really wanted to make a name for herself. Her family wasn't as fortunate, and she figured, I need to make a name for myself, get famous, be an author. That's why she went to school, all this stuff. Joe tries to convince her to let him go by saying killing someone in this cage haunts you. And it's just all this fucking crazy shit. It's all this manipulation. It's all this gaslighting from Joe, and it just continues. Then one of the biggest twists of this entire season kind of comes to fruition. We have Marienne Bellamy, aka Tati Gabrielle. She shows up. Fans were curious about which characters could return again. That was kind of the talk of the town with this season. Everyone was kind of talking about it. And Marianne's backstory is one of the saddest ones. She was one of the saddest deaths in this entire show. She didn't actually die. She ended up showing up, which is great because obviously it would kill us it killed us continuously to know that she got killed by Joe and poisoned and all this stuff. Joe is shocked since he thought she died, of course, but tries to convince her he's changed now. It's like, what? I thought you were dead. And then he goes from that to being like, oh, I'm changed. I'm a changed man. I wasn't the same man in London. It's like, cut the bullshit, Joe. This is a well-crafted scene since at the end of last season, Joe trapped Marienne in a cage and made sure she suffered. He was a fucking asshole. He was malicious here. She tells him, you are not a white knight. It's crazy because that's what he's been trying to tell Bronte, and they have this whole cliche-ass relationship going on, so it's actually kind of funny that she brings that up here. Marienne finds Lois and attempts to get her to see the truth. That's a really dope conversation as well. A lot of dope confrontations, a lot of dope combinations of the characters that Joe's affected. They're all kind of coming together, and I somewhat expected that this season as it is the final season, but the way they did it was really awesome, even better than I could have ever imagined. Marienne shares what so many of Joe's love interests have thought, that they're smart enough to see through him, not fall for his charm. There you go, the ending. Holy shit, this is one of the craziest endings. I'm not just hyping this up. This is genuinely one of the craziest endings to an episode of this entire series. Probably the craziest. This is absolute fucking pandemonium. I mean, this episode has an action-packed final act that leads seamlessly into the series finale. Joe escapes from the cage and shoots Kate. He had a thing in his arm. He stitched up his arm. What the fuck? Sorry about that stuff. Yeah, this would be shocking enough, but Maddie locks Joe in the basement and lights Mooney's bookstore on fire, so everything just kind of comes at you at once. It's actually kind of ridiculous, what they throw at you on the screen. Anna Camp does a great job as an angry character out for revenge in this scene, and her work on You definitely makes fans excited. Apparently, she's going to be in Scream 7 coming up. I didn't even know there was a 7th Scream coming out, so that's kind of cool to figure that out. I actually saw some, articles circulating around her as an actress kind of related to, my notes and stuff, so that's pretty cool. While a lesser show might leave Kate for dead at this point, this season has more in store for viewers. Kate gets up and knocks Joe out, which allows her to hope to take him down despite the unexpected circumstance she's in. Lois leaves Dom a message and apologizes. I don't think Dom's gonna take you back now. This is kind of like a girl cried wolf type of situation. I don't know. She says Marienne is alive and realizes she let herself get taken in by a serial killer and con artist, as all these fucking girls did. So I don't know, maybe she can find some some sympathetic ground with Dom. I don't know. Then comes a gross but memorable realization. Kate tells Joe she knows he put the key to the cage in his arm. I don't know how. Honestly, there is kind of something bad about this episode. Somehow these characters just know fucking everything now. Just because you looked on the internet and found out Joe is a mass serial killer doesn't mean you just know all of his fucking moves. I thought that was kind of strange. I think they've tried to make these characters a little too clever, but I digress. I don't know. It's not a huge deal, but there you go. As Kate and Joe seemingly lie in the bookstore, she says, "Till death do us part," which is great. Kate and Joe's cat and mouse game continues as he says he killed Kate's father, and she mentions all your wives dying in fires. Joe says he poisoned love. I think it's an amazing scene. I think it's a brilliant moment. Kate thanks Joe for the confession and reveals she recorded him. She opens the phone and Nadia will send the recording to the police. Yeah, she sends it to Nadia, which is fucking brilliant. The last scene, possibly the last scene between Joe and Kate ever, is absolutely brilliant. When Lois goes into the basement, Joe thinks she will save him. But unlike couples in some of the most popular horror movies who add some levity to a serious story, Lois has some tricks up her sleeve. She takes him outside, and then perhaps the wildest moment of the season happens. Joe proposes to Lois. She says yes so she can take him down. In an exciting moment, Lois thinks, I'm the only person in the world who can stop you. You're not the hero of a story, I am, and you'll never see me coming. And it's just a fucking crazy way to end the episode. I cannot wait for the last episode to see what Bronte Lois has up her sleeve. It's gonna be fucking incredible. Man, I fucking loved this episode. Just getting into the review, the most action-packed episode yet. Seriously, I think this is the craziest episode we have got on the show. Everything was just a domino effect. It just really crumbled down towards the end, and things were starting to fall off for Joe. And now you know, as a viewer of the show, that no matter what happens, he is fucked. He is not getting out of this situation. Lois is gonna betray him through their very fucking short-term fake-ass marriage. You know, Kate sent a confession to Nadia, the thing that they were trying to get all along. It's just a lot of trickery. It's just a lot of mind games. And again, I think more than any other season of the show, season 5 is all about this gaslighting. It's all about this manipulation. It's all about verbal, physical, you know, behind the scenes warfare that is going on between the characters. And that's why I really like this season. Yeah, man, it's really good. Nadia getting involved, and Nadia almost falling for Joe's like trickery was crazy. It was crazy. Marienne didn't bite. This episode was Joe trying to have some last ditch efforts to try to get these females to kind of conform with him, but it just didn't work. Joe's going down. I mean, he took everybody down but Bronte, pretty much, which is going to be the death of him. And obviously Maddie is still a loose piece. Teddy is still a loose piece. A lot of the chess pieces are going to come together in this final episode. I cannot fucking wait. We don't even know if Kate died yet. I don't even know if anyone died in this episode, really. So again, a lot of chess pieces on the board. Can't wait for the last episode. But with that being said, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As always, it has been your boy Cheesy TV. We have a very busy summer for TV shows. I'm gonna post my social medias on the screen right now. Make sure you guys go check them out. Again, huge summer for music, huge summer for TV shows. You do not want to miss out. I mean, Stranger Things, Squid Games, some Dexter stuff, all sorts of things. Movies all summer long. Music at some point in the summer. I'm out, guys.